Hi guys, Mr. New Mobile here. ASUS ROG Phone 5, the best gaming phone so far. Please subscribe followed by the bell. You can also keep up on Facebook, Twitter by clicking the links in the description. When it comes to gaming phones, few OEMs can top the ROG branded devices we see each year from ASUS now. The company's 2021 entry is finally official. The ASUS ROG Phone 5. The ROG Phone 5 is the direct follow-up to 2020's ROG Phone 3. You're not seeing things ASUS skipped over the number 4 with. This series we've seen other Chinese manufacturers do this, such as OnePlus. This has created a prevalent superstition in East Asian cultures that the number 4 is unlucky regardless. The ROG Phone 5 series features the 2021 upgrades one would expect. It includes the latest and greatest Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 processor. It has a higher RAM limit than last year, Android 11 out of the box, and faster wired charging. It also brings back the headphone jack, which was missing from the ROG Phone 3. Although an included accessory enabled a quick workaround, of course. This is a gaming phone, so it also features both hardware and software tricks specifically tailored towards gamers that includes shoulder triggers, the ASUS Armoury Crate app for gaming optimization, and an overall design aesthetic that matches the other ASUS Republic of Gamers products. Additionally, there are 3 different versions of the phone this year. The ASUS ROG Phone 5 is the basic model, while the ROG Phone 5 Pro UPS the anti-a-bit. The ROG Phone 5 Ultimate represents the peak of the series. The phones start at $948, $1,540 respectively. If you are looking for a phone that is specifically catered to gaming, you can't do better than the ASUS ROG Phone 5 with its high-powered CPU, terrific 144Hz display, crystal clear audio, and built-in gaming-centric features. This is probably the best gaming phone on the market. That being said, this phone is also worth a look even if you're not a gamer. First, there's the CPU, display, and audio, which we've already mentioned. Additionally, the camera system on the ROG Phone 5 is actually a lot better than one would expect. It's not super versatile since it doesn't have a telephoto lens, but it delivers the basics at a surprisingly high quality. Even the software of the ROG Phone 5 is great. Scroll down a bit for our full take on ROG UI and Zen UI. Of course, all that power doesn't come cheap. The chances are good though, that if you're in the market for a gaming phone of this caliber, you're not surprised regardless. We believe that the value you receive for the money spent on this phone is well worth it. The camera system in the ASUS ROG Phone 5 is pretty much the same as what we saw in the ROG Phone 3. On the back, you'll find a 64MP primary lens flanked by a 13MP ultra-wide and a 5MP macro. On the front, you'll find a 24MP selfie shooter. Last year, we gave the ROG Phone 3 camera 4.5 out of 5 stars. We found it to be fast, color accurate, and with good dynamic range. Considering nothing's changed this year, we found the camera to be along the same lines. The biggest omission, though, is a telephoto lens. This type of lens helps with zooming in on faraway objects. Without it, the ASUS ROG Phone 5 relies on digital zoom, which is essentially just cropping. As such, even a little bit of zoom is going to degrade your image quality. ASUS told us flat out that the camera on the ROG Phone series isn't a top priority. Regardless, it's nice to see the company is still delivering a high-quality imaging experience. It's not going to top a Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra, but it will get the job done. Inside the ROG Phone 5, you'll find 2 3000 mAh cells. Combined, they establish a 6000 mAh power supply in the phone. That's a lot of juice. For the sake of comparison, the previously mentioned Galaxy S21 Ultra caps out at 5000 mAh. Unfortunately, the integral features of the ROG Phone 5 suck up power fast. If you're gaming a lot using a 144Hz display refresh rate along with those air triggers, the battery is going to deplete pretty quickly. We found the phone lasted at least a full day without a charge, even with a lot of usages. The good news is that even if you game for hours straight and run the battery down, it doesn't take long to top it back up thanks to the 65W inbox charger. You can bring the phone's battery level from 0 to 100% in about 55 minutes. In other words, a quick 15 minutes on the charger should get you back to gaming on the go for at least another few hours before you need to seek out an outlet. Unfortunately, there is no wireless charging support on the ASUS ROG Phone 5. You'll be using a USB-C cable for all your power needs. Do note though, that the ROG Phone 5 has the same dual USB-C port as its predecessor. This allows you to charge the phone from the bottom or from the side, which is very convenient for accommodating specific playstyles. You'll find a table with significant differences between this year's model and last year's. Keep in mind that the table only shows the major differences if it's not listed here. That means it's either the same or the differences are negligible overall. The biggest difference is this year are the chipset, the design, and the wired charging speed. Outside of those three categories, the core specs are mostly the same. The front and rear cameras are essentially identical. There's still no wireless charging, no IP rating, and no expandable storage. The RAM count for the Ultimate model went up a bit, but the Vanilla and Pro models stick to the same capacity as last year. The same goes for the internal storage, which still maxes out at 512 GB. There are a lot of new things on offer here once you venture past raw specs. The side-mounted air triggers received an update that makes them far more versatile and accurate. The Pro and Ultimate models now feature an additional set of triggers on the back too. There's a nifty secondary display on the back of those higher-end models, and there are more software tweaks than ever before. Also, the headphone jack is back, which is a welcome change. It will be up to you whether or not an upgrade to the ASUS ROG Phone 5 from the ROG Phone 3 would be worth it. There are enough upgrades here to make it enticing, but it would have been nice to see ASUS give a bit more of what fans want, namely wireless charging, expandable storage, and a telephoto lens. The ASUS ROG Phone 3 was one of the few devices in 2020 to feature the Snapdragon 865 Plus chipset. This overclocked variant of the SD865 only appeared on a few flagships, most notably the ROG Phone 3 and the Samsung Galaxy Note 20 and Note 20 Ultra. The chipset powering the ASUS ROG Phone 5 isn't as unique. There are already a few devices with the Snapdragon 888 on the market, and there will be many more launched before the end of the year. In other words, to get the integral aspect of the ROG Phone 5 that makes it so powerful, you don't need to get a ROG Phone 5. The Galaxy S21 Ultra has the same chipset and also has a terrific display. With tons of RAM and the same limits when it comes to internal storage, it either matches or beats the ROG Phone 5 when it comes to raw specs. The upcoming OnePlus 9 Pro and Xiaomi Mi 11 Pro should also have similar specs. Of course, very few phones will have the specs and the gaming-centric software and hardware features of the ROG Phone 5. Even the upcoming Xiaomi Black Shark 4, another gaming phone, likely won't be able to compete on that front. The ROG Phone 5 is your best bet if you depend on the included gaming features. If not, you have plenty of other options. The first skin on board is known as ROG UI. It provides an aesthetic experience that matches the exterior design of the phone. There are lots of neon colors and everything has a futuristic metal sheen. On the flip side, there's Zen UI. This is the same Android skin that appears on normal ASUS phones, such as those in the Zenfone series. This skin is quite similar to the one Google uses with its Pixel phones. When you first set up the phone, you will be able to choose between one of these two skins. If you change your mind later, you can always swap back and forth until you figure out which one you like best. No matter which skin you choose, you'll be happy to know that it's a generally bloat-free experience. There are some pre-installed apps related to the unique hardware features of the phone as well as its various gaming-centric software suites. While the choice of skin is a fun perk for ROG Phone 5 buyers, ASUS doesn't have the best track record when it comes to software updates. Last year's ROG Phone 3 is still on Android 10. Even though Android 11 dropped in September 2020, security patches also come at an infrequent pace. It's possible ASUS could up its game this year when it comes to these deficiencies. However, we can only go on the company's past track record for now, and that record is mediocre. That is all we have for the ASUS ROG Phone 5 top features. See you guys on my next update, and if you are new here, please subscribe, like the video, comment. Thanks for watching. See you on my next video. Peace out.